Hello, this is Mr. McMurray, and we're here today to talk about the first lab of the Pivot Lab. Hopefully, you got there successfully from the module. And this is a video to help show you how to do stuff. Some of the video labs are more straightforward, some of them are more different. Um, the page that I'm showing you may look slightly different than yours because I have the teacher access and you will have student access, but um, obviously, if you're watching this video, you figured out where to find the pre-lab video, but it should be on the actual lab assignment thing there. You can watch it there, or if you get to this, you can click on this link here. Although it's not active yet because I'm right now making the video. But anyhow, you get the idea. All right, it has some little objectives, blah blah blah. But don't forget the pre-lab video if you have see that. Okay, now a lot of these will use what we call pivot or FET simulations, okay? And this one gives you pretty good instructions. So basically it says click on the launch simulation. So you do, and it will come up here in a minute. It'll look like that. It will tell you what to click on. For example, under model, select cloud. So you go over here where it says model. Right now it says orbits. It says click cloud, okay? And the orbits or the rings go away. Under the show option, be sure element and neutral ion are selected. So under show, element and neutral ion are selected. So that's good. Then it just tells you to check that and move on. All right. Then it will tell you what to do. And then you can click and put in. Okay. Then it will ask you a question. You will have to answer that. Some of these answers you will have to answer it before it will let you see the next one, or it will make sure you grade that you if you miss an answer or don't do the answer, it will usually want to make sure that it'll uh, shake or do some kind of little thing to make sure you rate it, hopefully. Okay, and then same thing, it goes through pretty straightforward. You just take protons over here, drag them to the center of the atom. Neutrons can also be added to the center of the atom. Oops, although I did not drag very good. There we go. And then you can also drag electrons. Just grab somewhere in there and put electrons. Since it's a cloud, it's going to show a fuzzy here instead of the rings or orbitals, okay? But if you follow the instructions here, it will tell you how many you need to do and all of that sort of thing. All right. Now, we'll talk about, tell you to build some other ones. Okay. Then you get to the next simulation. The same thing. You can launch the simulation. You select cloud, element, neutral item, and it kind of walks you through that. Okay. And that's pretty straightforward also, I think. Nothing too hard. Then I'll ask you some questions about it and so forth. Okay. Now, there are some places where say, I need a hint. Okay. And so it'll give you a hint, like maybe a formula, something like that. On some of these, it will give you a picture of a periodic table that you can look at, which is useful as well. All right. All right. So once again, that same simulation will do it. You'll go through all these things and do that. All right. Now we're getting to a little different one. Once again, simulation, cloud, element, neutral ion. That's pretty straightforward. All right. Once again, there are some places that if you're not sure, you can look for a hint. It will show you where to look on the periodic table. All right. Also, if you click over here, yeah, never mind. Forget that. Okay. I was thinking about a different one. Okay. But it does have, once again, sometimes gives you a hint so that you can hopefully find the right answer. All right. All right. And going to that now. This little section is just a summary, and you will click on the drop down menu and pick which particle fits this definition, and then you'll pick which of these should be the mass of it, then the charge of it, you plus 1, minus 1, 0, and the location. Is it in the electron cloud or is it in the nucleus? Okay, do that for all three of them. All right, this one's very similar. You have a proton. Does it identify what element it is? Does it affect the mass number? Do protons affect the mass number? Do protons affect the charge? You answer those three questions for each of those three parts of the atom. Then once again, you have some fill in the blank thing here, which is the same kind of thing with drop down menus that give you to choose options. All right, now just for the record, say you put neutrons here. The electrons there. Nope, never mind. Forget that. Sometimes there's a clear button. If you want to change it, sometimes it won't let you change it because your other answer is used somewhere else. So you may have to hit clear first. That's what I want to show you on the multiple choice. You can hit the clear button and then it will let you choose a different choice. All right. Now, this is a little different. Okay, this one does not have a simulation as far as doing anything. But you can, just for the record, first of all, if you need to see the periodic table, you can zoom this up. Or on most of the questions, they have a little chart right here, and you can pull it up there and then look at it as well. So just for the record, that's helpful there. It wants you to build some elements that have charges, positive or negative. And so it'll have you do that. It'll have you set up the thing here. Using this information, you'll answer these questions down here where it gives you some choices. Lots of variety there. Okay, then it has this one. Okay, this one, it wants you to make a symbol like this one up here, and you will have to drag, or actually I have to get back. You will have choices here. Okay, and you will pick which one goes in, which number goes in each of those blanks. Okay, once again, you can look back up here to the example they gave you and compare it. All right, now this will give you one last simulation. I believe though it will say launch simulation and then select isotopes, which you're going to collect isotopes. It says check that the mass number is selected on the balance, and it is for me, but just to make sure it's not on atomic mass, make sure it's on mass number. Okay. And then once again, there's hints where it gives you a periodic table so that you can look at your element, and then it'll ask you some questions about that. Now, this one, it says clear mixture. So we picked the isotopes earlier. Now we're going to go over here and click on mixtures. Okay. And it will ask you some questions about those as well. All right. I think they're pretty straightforward through the instructions for most of this, and so forth. Okay. Once again, here's one where you will have to drag numbers, which you will have actual numbers down here, and you will drag them up there into the blanks, and you'll be good. Now, there is an extra credit section at the end. Well, this is just trying this for the first time, seeing how to work. I don't know. We will see. But it is for extra credit, so you don't have to do it. So if you're already tired, quit. All right. If not, then you can launch this simulation and try to do this one. I would not spend a lot of your life mixing up with it, just try it if you want, and then if you get confused, don't worry about it. This will not be on a test or a quiz, but it's just a little more in-depth. Okay, so if you want to try those, then you can get some extra credit points on this lab. All right, hopefully that should get you through the lab. Once again, always you can email me questions, things like that. Hopefully not at midnight the day it's due or 5 minutes till, but anyhow, if something's not working properly or so, let me know and we'll see what we can do about it. Enjoy.